we're pressed for time and we don't know. But
right, okay.
Arsenal got their man.
Yeah, Arsenal.
And Arsenal fans are coming out of the woodwork. Right?
Oh yeah, of course. I can tell you that.
They're saying they'll win the Premier League. But other Arsenal fans are coming out to say that Gyokeres may not be as good as we think. Gyokeres is, but was it Philly? And I'm sorry to quote him, but he said, not Philly, Chunks. And I'm sorry to quote him in particular. But he said that 30 of Gyokeres' goals came against teams in the bottom 10. Against teams in the bottom 10.
Say that again.
That
please.
30 of Gyokeres' goals came against teams in the bottom 10.
This is Chunks, yeah?
Yeah, that's what he said. You don't know.
Yeah, Chunks is an Arsenal fan, yeah. Chunks is an Arsenal fan. Yeah, go on.
All those Americans are usually Arsenal fans. So I saw a more reasoned opinion here. So I wanted to just juxtapose what Chunks is saying, that the 3 goals he scored against City, 2 of them were penalties, that's in the Champions League, and then he scored 30 of his goals against the bottom 10 on Portuguese League. But let's hear this person.
My question about Viktor Gyokeres.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
Is the Portuguese league isn't particularly strong. Prior to that, he was a championship player for Coventry, and we've seen him score a certain type of goal. If you look at Gyokeres, he tends to pick the ball up, run into the penalty area and score. We're talking about Arsenal needing a penalty box predator to finish off the tight goals, the strikers' goals, the goals they don't score. Will he be good enough to do that? Is he that type of player? My question about...
Yes, I can hear. Let it play.
Viktor Gyokeres is the Portuguese league isn't particularly strong.
You get that, right?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear it. Let it play.
Okay. Let's start from the beginning.
My question about Viktor Gyokeres is the Portuguese league isn't particularly strong. Prior to that, he was a championship player for Coventry, and we've seen him score a certain type of goal. If you look at Gyokeres, he tends to pick the ball up, run into the penalty area and score. We're talking about Arsenal needing a penalty box predator to finish off the tight goals, the strikers' goals, the goals they don't score. Will he be good enough to do that? Is he that type of player? My question about Viktor Gyokeres...
Fine.
Bro, can you hear me? Am I still audible?
I can hear you now.
Okay. You stopped the recording, yeah?
No. I'm playing the video.
Yeah, I'm listening, but it stopped now.
Yeah, because that's the end. It was a very short clip. Can I play one more time?
No problem. That's fine. No. I didn't even. I wanted to hear just for the sake of the pod anyway. I've got my own reservations, opinions on Gyokeres. I hadn't heard it before.
Okay.
Yes, I can.
No, what I'm asking is if you heard it now that I played it.
Yes, I did. Okay. I did.
So what's your
obviously you want my take on it.
Yeah.
Right. So my take on Gyokeres wasn't my preferred choice.
Who was it?
Okay, I'm surprised we hadn't had this conversation. I thought we had this conversation, not on the pod, but I just thought we had a conversation on random.
Yeah.
My preferred choice was Benjamin Sesko. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. Right. The Portuguese league. For one, would you agree with me if I said the German league was stronger than the Portuguese league? Yes or no?
Yes, it's stronger.
Okay. All right. You agree with me on that one, yeah? So I feel as though the Portuguese league is, I don't want to say soft, but clearly not as strong as the German league and most definitely not as strong as the Premier League, right? I believe we both agree on that. To add to that, he wasn't my first choice, like I said. I think Sesko is more of my type of striker. He can do a lot. You heard what they said about him running into the box and shooting. I've seen Sesko hit 25-yarders, 30-yarders. He's got an amazing goal against put it this way, Sesko has a higher ceiling. Let's forget about the long talk. Sesko has a higher ceiling. However, Gyokeres seems ready now. Now let me tell you something. You see, when he arrived, I started to like him because I like his demeanor. Another thing I heard was this, yeah? When the first interview they do to players when they come to the club, they have that first interview. They asked him, last minute winner or hat trick, He said hat-trick. I'm like, you motherfucker. Do you get me? You know what that tells you about the guy? He just doesn't care. He just wants to score goals. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yeah. And I'm saying that to also say this. The way Arsenal play anyway, we could have gotten a natural number 9 who's not top 5, top 3 strikers in the world. And he will score goals if he's a natural goal scorer, if you know what I mean. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, because we create a lot of chances. So I don't think, I think he'll be okay. With that said, I think he'll be okay. But like I said initially, my first choice was Benjamin Sesko because I think he's a more rounded. I haven't been an Arsenal fan for years. The kind of striker I'm used to, the Thierry Henry's, you know what I mean? Like he can do a bit of everything. But right now, I understand why they signed Gyokeres. But even with that said again, he wasn't Arteta's first choice. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Even Arteta said something about the look in his eyes when he saw him, when he arrived. He felt like he had something to prove. And I need to rate him. I can't forget the fact that this guy did everything possible to come and join Arsenal. And I rated him for that. He forfeited €2 million. He got his agent to forfeit some money. It means he wants to prove something. It's like he has something to prove. I've been watching him in training. It's funny, we're just talking about Gyokeres now. If I do a screenshot and put it on the chat, one of the last things I said was commenting on Gyokeres because there was a clip that went out today of the Arsenal training session where he, towards the end of the session, I think most people had left, but it was him, Saka, and Noni Madueke, like taking shots. And clearly, from what they were doing, you could see that whoever got the first 3 shots in a row wins the little game they were playing there. And you could see the hunger in this guy's eyes. He won it, obviously, and I love the little banter between them as they were walking off, and that was the end of the clip. But yeah, no, I think I'm okay with what we got. You know, sorry.
Send the clip if you have it.
Oh, okay, I'll send it now. You know, so I'm okay with what we got. I'm happy. I'm very happy. We could have done one more attacking player. Either Eze or Rodrigo. I mean, if Rodrigo is going to happen, it's going to happen towards the back end of the transfer window anyway. You know how these things happen. But I'm happy with what we got. I'm happy with what we got. I like the hunger and the look in his eyes. He wants to prove a point. He wants to score goals. You know, he registered a goal as well against Athletic Club at the Emirates Cup anyway. So great movement in the box. Stay in the box. That's what I want now. Just stay in the fucking box. I don't want Jesus coming outside the box. You know, to dilly-dally in the centre midfield. No, stay in the fucking box. I want a fox in the box. Someone who could just be tapping them in. If that's what you're going to do, I don't care. But just stay in the box. We want to finish a killer now. Not no dilly-dallying anymore. So basically, I'm happy with what we got. Let's conclude on that.
So the thing is,
I just sent it to you.
Okay. So I see people saying this thing, and it's just very strange to me. How people
say what?
Huh?
You see people say these things. People say what?
No, these things that the guy said about Gyokeres that he's coming from Portuguese league. So when he comes to England, somehow he'll forget where the goal is. So like for me, I opened my eyes and I've seen him play. Not much, but I've watched him play football. This young man knows where the goalpost is. He knows the meaning of movement. He's intelligent. He's not daft. You know what I mean? So it's not that you board a train or a plane and come to England and then you forget how to score goal. Like that doesn't make sense to me.
Fact.
But it seems like people like to hype up Premier League to say, this person won't score this many goals here because it's coming from this league or that league. That has happened, right? Like, but you have to go all the way back to like a Shevchenko. You know what I mean? Because like Haaland, they said,
but it is a hard league. It's a hard league. We know that it's a hard league. It's a difficult league. It's not as easy as other leagues. We know that though. We're not saying still people that have come from other leagues and been successful. Yeah, maybe not that many, especially when you talk about strikers.
Mo Salah came from Fiorentina.
In Italy.
To Liverpool. So,
was it Roma I came from? Roma. From Fiorentina to Roma. Roma.
Right, I'm just talking about the level at which he was playing football. Right? And, of course. And that's kind of the point. The point is that I think football is pretty much the same, especially for a striker. Right? So all he needs to do is to have a decent preseason, match up with his teammate, gain an understanding of how the game is supposed to be played. And there's just not much else to do. Crosses come, ground balls come. You know what I mean? So it's strange for people to say, 6 goals in the Portuguese league means you only score 15 in the Prem. Like, where is that mathematics coming from? I don't understand it, and I think it's extremely strange.
You know what? To even add to that, what I was saying earlier, Sesko scored about 16 goals. Don't quote me about that last season, right? Gyokeres scored 49.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Gyokeres scored 49, I'm not entirely sure if Šeško's 16 goals is in just the Bundesliga. And I mean, so yeah, but yes, like I said, don't quote me. So it's not as if he scored crazy figures. That goes back to what I was saying when I said Arsenal we did not need. Ollie Watkins could have done a job for us. I'm not saying I wanted Ollie Watkins, yeah, but you need to understand what I'm trying to say. You just need a natural finisher, yeah, because when the guys we've had, Jesus is not a natural finisher. I remember we had the conversation when he joined Arsenal, and you said that as well. Do you remember? Me and you had a conversation about Jesus when he joined Arsenal, and you said, "Oh, I said I'm very happy with him," and you kept pointing out that don't forget he's not a natural striker. I just felt as though he would score goals if he fucking stayed in the box. But you still got to realize there's a difference between a natural goal scorer and any makeshift striker, because a natural goal scorer sniffs out goals. Do you know what I mean? They know how to make runs. They know where to be. They anticipate things. Exactly. They can smell a goal. Yeah, they can sniff out goals. So that's the difference between that, a number 9, a natural goal scorer, and somebody who's just a makeshift striker. Say, oh, go there and go and do a job. We've seen Havertz do a job. Did a great job for someone who's not number 9. We've seen Mikel Merino do a job. We've seen Jesus do a job, but it's different when you have a natural number 9 there. You know, yeah, that's just my take on it. I feel as though we have a good decent player on our hands.
Šeško scored 13 goals in Bundesliga, 5 assists. So, and Šeško is not, like you rightly said, he's not an out forward, but he does play centrally most of the time. I think that honestly for Arsenal, like, you don't really want this. Yes, the versatile players are good, but I think Arsenal already has a lot of versatile. I think that Gyokeres is for Arsenal. You now have a striker who knows his fucking job. His job is to be there in the box and win
and just bang it.
Like the days of like an Henry, or you need a striker that can do all these funny things. Like, you don't need that anymore. 1 and 2, they're not.
You don't. Other players could do that flair stuff if you want to see that. We've got to a point. I haven't come second 3 seasons in a row. Yeah, and we need whatever it takes to get over that hump. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, what did we get? 99 points or whatever it was. I can't remember the figures. When we lost it to you guys by a point, we were amazing that season. Any other season probably would have won it, but we lost to an amazing team, to probably arguably one of the best Premier League sides ever. So you take down the chin, you move again, and you come extremely close again to Liverpool. You know, so at the end of the day, you need that. What we need now is someone who's ready right now. Do you know what I mean? Get me those goals. Stay in the fucking box. You're gonna get service. Just finish it. You know, and that's what I believe we've got.
Because when you say Šeško, the first thing that we're going to point out is he's young. He's 22. Oh, he has time. Can he mount the pressure, or can he face the pressure of playing for Arsenal, or trying to build potential? Well, no. You need an established striker who is right there in his prime, who knows that this is time for me to make a name for myself.
This guy apparently gets angry. When I heard this, it made sense when they asked him that question, and he said, "Can you imagine asking someone, and I mean, a last minute winner? No, he wants to score a hat-trick and lose 4-3. Do you know what I mean? He just tells you something about that player. You know, when I heard that, when I was watching, I'm like, okay, I'm starting to like you. Those kind of statements, you can start to understand the kind of person he is. You know, then I heard from his former coach that he will have the hump in the chin if he doesn't score. Do you get me? Yeah, that's what I want. Get angry with your teammates. Do you get me? And even in the first game, he was already telling somebody off, like, listen, Martinelli, you got to release that ball early. Don't fuck around. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I want to see. If I'm making runs, you best release that ball. Like, the guy, the way he's taking the pressure. Yeah, I know the season ain't quite started, but it has started now. I can't wait. And it's funny how things happen. Guess who we're playing? Obviously, you know who we're playing, Man United. So it's the battle of the strikers, isn't it? Because Šeško's ended up at Man United while he's at Arsenal. So, do you get me? Clearly, everybody knows was tracking both players at one point. So let's see what happens. It's funny how things work out and stuff. So yeah, but I think we've got the right guy. I'm happy with him.